Okay, today we're going to start working some related rate problems. And the first one I wanted to help out with is one involving the street light. So this is off your worksheet number 4. And I just want to help you out with the setup and getting to the point where we have our rate formula. Okay, so the situation, as you've read in your problem, is that we have a street light that's 10 feet tall, and we have a 6-foot person walking away from the street light. So that means, assuming it's dark, that as the person walks away, the length of their shadow is going to be changing over time, and the distance the person is away from the lamppost is changing over time. Okay? So the idea is the further the person walks away, the longer their shadow is going to be. Okay? So the question that's posed in the problem is, what is the rate that the tip of the shadow moves away from the lamppost when the person is 10 feet away from the lamppost? Okay? So like always, the first thing we have to do is find or create an equation that models what's going on in the problem. Okay? And the key on this one is to notice that if I draw out the triangle formed by the person, the shadow, and this imaginary distance from the head to the tip of the shadow, and we compare that to the triangle formed by the lamppost, the distance to the end of the shadow, and then this imaginary distance from the top of the lamppost to the end of the shadow, these two triangles are going to be similar to each other. They're going to be similar because the lamppost is going to be perpendicular to the ground. We are assuming the person is walking upright, so perpendicular to the ground. And then the two triangles each share this angle formed near the tip of the shadow. And then from geometry class last year, if two angles of each of those triangles are equal, that forces the third angles to be equal, and therefore the two triangles are similar to each other. And what we learned in geometry class is that if we have similar triangles, the ratios of the sides will be proportional. So we're going to create our original equation here by creating a ratio from the corresponding sides, and the corresponding sides we're going to be using are the vertical parts of the triangle, so the height of the street light and the height of the person. So here you can see the height of the person is 6 feet, the height of the street light is 10 feet. All right? So these are, in fact, I'll just make a little notation. So these are the vertical distances in our problem. And then those are going to be proportional, so equal to the ratio of the horizontal pieces, right? So 6 was the vertical length of the red triangle. What's the horizontal length of the red triangle? X. So 6 and X have to go together. So in the denominator here, we'll put the horizontal parts of the triangles. Okay? And then 10 was the height of the street light. And so what's going to be the horizontal from the street light out to the tip of the shadow? Well, it's whatever X is plus that distance that you are away from the lamppost. And of course, that's changing over time. This Y value, let me choose a highlighter tool. So this value is changing over time. So therefore, we have to use a variable. Okay, so there's our equation that relates X, the length of your shadow, to Y, the distance you are away from the street light. Keep saying the wrong one. Okay, so there's the equation. Now, every time we've come up with our original equation, the very next thing we've done is taken the derivative. But we don't want to take the derivative, well, we sure could, but I don't think we want to take the derivative right now because we'd have to use the quotient rule twice. Once on the left side, once on the right side. Gee whiz, that sounds tough. So let's do some algebra first. And the algebra I would suggest is to cross multiply, because we have a proportion. So multiply 6 times X and 6 times Y. Cross multiplying the other way, we get x times 10. All of a sudden now we have something that's way, way, way easier to look at, no fractions. And of course, taking a derivative would be crazy simple. But in fact, I'm not going to ask you to stop here. I'm going to move the 6x to the other side by subtraction. So 10 minus 6 is 4x. And now is a great time to take derivatives. So the derivative of 6y is 6, attach the differential. The derivative of 4x is 4, attach the differential. Okay, so we end up with 6 dy equals 4 dx. Now we have to introduce time, so we're going to divide both sides by dt. And then we're going to solve for the correct derivative. And if you reread the question that's posed, what is the rate that the tip of the shadow moves away from the lamppost? So what we're looking for is dx dt. So I'll choose a different color here and highlight. This is the derivative that we're trying to get by itself. So how do you get that one by itself? Well, we just simply have to move the 4 to the other side. So dx dt is going to be equal to 6 divided by 4 times dy dt. And I'll just cancel a 2 top and bottom. So 6 over 4 reduces to 3 halves dy dt. And so here then is our rate formula. Okay? And now that we have the rate formula, dx dt is equal to 3 halves times dy dt. There's our rate formula. Now we can answer the question, which is, at what rate is the tip of the shadow moving away from the lamppost when the person is 10 feet away? Now we can answer that question. What I would point out, though, what I will point out is please notice that in your rate formula, there's no x and there's no y. Really, the only value we're inputting into our rate formula is the value for dy dt. So I'm going to let you guys give it a shot after that, let you try the rest of the problem. Okay? Hope you're having a good day, and when you get a chance, look at the next video for a little bit of assistance with the next problem. All right, see you soon.